Hello, everyone. It's 3:12 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:23, 2025, and the market is doing pretty well. It's up 1.93%, um, up 112 points, it looks like. Did some trading earlier. I'm gonna make my screen a little bigger. And we'll do a little more theory. I'm on an imbalance chart, um, footprint, and set up for imbalances. Uh, but this gives you a lot of information. The yellow portion of the charts are point of controls, where most of the trading has occurred. And we'll be focusing pretty much on those, depending on where a candle closes and where the POC is at that point. So, still take everything in context. We got a high volume node here, high volume node here, high volume node here. Just step in a profile right about here. Support up in this area between 29 and 29.50 with 9 EMA. I'm on a 1-minute chart. It's a 5-minute chart here. Bunch of support here, consolidation, little break somewhere around this level. 928.50. We made the move. We're getting pretty much, this is a bullish candle over here. The sellers came in, so we're sitting right about here. Let's see where we're at. So let's see if we get to like a support level, which we are. So if I'm at a support level, we take a look at a support level like this, and we can compare it to a couple of candles prior. And let's say it's 920, 929.25, which will be right here. Okay. What I want to do is I want to see the POC, right? Which the POC just closed and it's inside the candle. So I'm just going to sit on my hands and do nothing. When the setup shows its head, I'll tell you about it. So right now, the POC is in the middle of the candle, nothing to do. We want it to the extreme, something like this when it's above or below the close, depending on the candle. So right now it's below. And looks like we got a little buying imbalance, which just turned to a point of control. We have a selling imbalance up here. No imbalances here. This one is still valid. This selling imbalance right here is valid. I want to make sure if we're playing this one, right? This one is no longer valid because we have price action that closed. This one is still valid because we don't have anything here. It's all below this candle now. So this is still valid. We could come up here and come back down, and then that'll be a valid short. Especially because we had resistance in this candle. The selling imbalance as well. And negative delta. So that makes sense. All right, this candle's POC stayed in the middle. So that's still that's a valid candle. Low volume. See the volumes? Very low. So we may have a accumulation phase down here, and we'll see if these numbers get bigger, larger. Numbers larger than the previous numbers. Okay, so something we want to take a look, concentrate. The auction here is unfinished. Got some buying imbalances. Remember the buying imbalance that was here? The selling imbalance that's still valid right here. The buying come in, got decent volume, a lot of delta. Point of control. You want to keep your eyes out in this level as well. Buying and selling imbalance here. Hard level, big level. Could be resistance. We could see. All right, we're finally getting a little higher than the 9 EMA. Doesn't mean that we're going to go up. We got to see how this is all playing out. This is an engulfing candle. This is not really a bullish candle. This is more of a bearish candle, even though it's green. This is a bullish candle. We're closing above 50% of the width of the length of this candle. There was support here. This could become maybe a good area now. You got a buying imbalance and a pretty big one here. You got decent volume. You got a buying imbalance here. So I'm going to take my take a long there. Even though we have negative delta, we make candle. We have a divergence here. Got some negative delta below. Unfinished business here. Unfinished auction. We have positive delta, so this looks good. We'll see if we remain positive. Very small amounts, though. So there could be some accumulation. We'll see. Remember, there's a buying imbalance here, so this could be acting as support. Not in a trade yet. Could be a 3-point move, possibly. 33, somewhere around here. You're right below this high volume, I would say tick, 29.75. See if we can accumulate more volume here. Volume is coming up. Delta is decreasing though, which isn't great for a buyer, but a lot could happen in 2 or 3 ticks. So we'll keep our eye on it. We have more buyers on the POC here. All right, we're in the trade. We have 1 risk to 2 reward. We may see some, we got some buying imbalances here, which is good, but we need to see volume. Volume is picking up. Setting up my keyboard shortcuts. So far, this looks pretty good. We got to get above this level. This level was could show us a little bit of resistance. So I'm going to put my stop right below that level. And I'm going to go to the height of this candle right here. Where I'm shooting for. I got 2 points, so I'm going to move up a little bit. Okay. It's a good trade. All these buyers left up here. So see if we have a little follow through. We'll go to the next ledge, which is 34. 31 to 34, 3.5 points. That's a good scalp. Trade before was less than a minute that we took. And we took a full point for that one. You can make $5 a minute. 60 minutes an hour. Do the math. $300 an hour. It's good money. And if you can find the scalps, continue just focus. You focus your focus in. Talk and also talk the trades out. That's how I learn. This is easy for me to record. When I trade, I always talk my way into the trades and out of the trades. So I might as well record them. That's the way I've always recorded it. So I made my trading sessions public. Let you guys learn. Trading's been good to me. It's my way of paying back. Just like or subscribe or comment if you like this. If you like this content, that's all I ask. All right, so this is you take a look at the 9 EMA, and retail likes to trade around that. All right, but I'm not really looking at. I never trade off of a moving average, but I do look at it. It's important to look at because, like I said, retail traders like you and I, we're trading off that level, but the commercial trades off pretty much off the VWAP. And so does retail. I could say that, but more so. And also, we take a look at zeros and fives. What I mean by 0 and 5, like 2,900, 2,950. Those are the areas that you may see a lot of accumulation around those areas. A zero area, take a look, 0 area. So a lot of it's really just looking at what's happening in a price action and keeping it in the back of your head. But you always want to look at the volume and say, hey, where's the volume at compared to the prior candles? Now we're getting a little less volume, but we're getting buyers come in. What does that mean? Answers in the price action. Unless like a news event comes out, and then the algorithms start kicking in. So we're below the moving average, but we're above the VWAP. So, and we're in this area where we have this high volume tick, 975 to 2300. POCs went up, went down. Now this actually here, right, is you have more buyers than sellers. Yep, the candle went down. All right. The point of control, the candle closed above the point of control, yet it went down. You're going to see this a lot. How do you trade it? That's the question. Give you the answer yet. Of course, it's all in the context of what happened before. How many times have you seen something like that? And what was the behavior? You got to keep that in your mind too. So we take a look at this. We have an engulfing candle around here. We have a lower high, low, low. We have a higher high, a low. All right, so it's kind of doing this. What kind of range are we in? 930.25 to 928.75, 1 3/4. A tick, I'm off a tick. It's not going to make a big deal. Notice I limit in, I don't market order in. Because I want to pick my levels. I want to have control of where my entries are. You notice I always have a stop and always have a target. That's a fail-safe. In case something happens with my platform, at least I know what my loss is going to be. I mean, I could always, go to the target. These are things that you really have to figure out. What your tolerance is for loss. Everybody likes to win, but in trading, you never know. You hope for the best. All right, so you see these POCs? What I see here is I see just a bunch of lower ones. All right. This is lower than that, but very, very small. Very, very, I see a lot of wicks. Okay? And we're not going any lower than here, which was a support. You have 2 for support. Maybe we got 3 or more. All right. We're getting down to the support level. All right, we just hit it. We came back up. All right. Drop it down a little bit. You got a selling imbalance here. The point of control went down a little bit. So it's going down. You have some little delta builds up here. It came back down. All right. So we're getting to the bottom. So there could be a reversal play. And when I look at reversal plays, is for something like this, I would see a close below POC or a close above the POC, depending. Reversal at the low. If I get a close above, see, meaning we close up here, which we didn't. We closed in the candle. Still valid. All right, so we have a selling imbalance here, selling imbalance here, selling imbalance here. We have a buying imbalance here. Buying imbalance, want to come from the top to the back imbalance and go from there. For the selling imbalance, you want to come up to the selling balance, down below that one. But we got to go hit it first. I like to go a tick or 2 above and then put my order in. Okay, so it's 330 and we see a lot of volume. All right, 330. We got day traders coming in and they want to go ahead and sell or become what I call flat. No cash in the market at the end of the day. So this is where we'll see institutional buying and selling. We got a bunch of support here. Still, the POC is in the middle of the candle, or sort of. So we're still at the low. So if the POC, if the close is above the point of control at the low, there may be a trade there. Okay, so it closed, but it didn't close enough. At a lower low and a lower high. But we did have some buying, primarily buying here. But we made the lower low. So I'm not going long yet. But we still have time left on the clock. Selling a couple of selling imbalances here. We take a look at these selling imbalances. 2 candles of selling imbalances at the same tick. Okay? We have a buying imbalance right here. All right? Any other selling imbalances here? We got a selling imbalance right here. So this may be a short right here. It's still active. There's a buying imbalance. That's too close. Here's a buying imbalance. It's buying imbalances here. And all these are maybe levels to come down. We got a buying imbalance right here. And we have a selling imbalance right here. So we got to take a look at what we have. Take a look at all the selling. A lot of selling at the bottom of these candles. And now we're trying to make, at this point, we're trying to go up higher. Higher high and a higher low. All right. It's a fake out. Is legit. We got a couple of buying imbalances. Okay. These imbalances are no longer valid. This one is. All these buying imbalances. So at the end of a day, you may get these runs up, running up of the price, but it becomes more volatile. You see the way these numbers are moving real fast now? These are computers. Most retail are going to get trapped here. The inexperienced trader is going to go ahead and, they're going to get tripped up. Trust me. And that's what commercial institutions, hedge funds, they want that. So there's a buy up, now there's a buy down. Okay, you got to watch out for that. Don't have FOMO. Don't have fear of missing out. The next trade is only a click away. Remember that. Okay? This is significant right here. Okay? Selling imbalance here, but buying imbalance here, buying imbalance here. So, should have went long here. You still go long. This is significant. I missed the trade. I wouldn't have been filled anyway. It has to go below and then above. So, being that we have 2 here, there's buyers sitting at this level. Now, they could be accumulating, right? And not letting it go below this level and waiting for a push up. They could have added to their positions here, and then they're stuck now. So there's a few different things that could be happening. You have a selling imbalance here. and a selling imbalance here. You got a buying imbalance here. These are all sellers. So this is no longer valid. So we need to look here. Selling imbalance, selling imbalance, buying imbalance. All right, see the POC up here? If this was considered a high, which we hit a lot of resistance here, it went back down. This is the next candle that came down. Just talking about that. All right, this is no longer valid. This one here is, and that's a short. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to wait on this trade right here, even though it's valid. It's a valid trade. This is a valid trade. This buying imbalance is a valid trade. I'll only go bullish, only go if this turns bullish. Okay? So we could come back down here. I want it to go below this. Possible that it will. Okay, no FOMO. There's a bunch of buying imbalances, but this could change. Remember, we don't make our move as the candle is coming up for imbalances or down. We wait till the close to higher. Well, I do. Your mileage may vary. Okay, see what's happening here? We're looking good here. Now I'm looking for a little. There you go. So I'm going to go bullish right here. Going to see some resistance. Took that. We got some buying imbalances here, and we got a lot of support right in here. So this may actually jump up pretty fast. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go here with this. I got a buying imbalance here, a couple imbalances there. So these are all buying imbalances. Now nothing's 100%, like I said. There's a nice resistance right inside here. Got a bunch of sellers. And we got negative delta. If this becomes positive, starts becoming a little positive, we got 11 delta, 22. Good support. Buying and selling are pretty even. We broke over that. We broke over that. All right, buyers are getting shot right now. Just going to go ahead and just take a quick win here. Yeah, there you go. That's okay. It's a 1.25. I did that specifically because I seen that the buyers were getting trapped. Okay. Bunch of buyers here, but we're not going any higher. Okay, they were getting trapped above here. Selling imbalances. Okay, buying imbalances at the top, and you see nothing coming back on the sell side. They're getting trapped. Okay? And that's the reason why I did that. Now, who knew what this candle is going to be? Huge amount of delta, but nothing happened as it was building. All right. We have a bunch of delta here. And time has a bunch of things to do with it as well. Does something like this happen in the middle of a day? No. But yeah, maybe. But you should be aware of it. All right. So right now it's 3:42. We took a couple of trades. We made money. And yeah, so that's it for me for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, or comment. If you watch the video to the end, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back possibly tomorrow. But yeah, I love the first 3 hours typically of the before 12 noon Eastern time, and after 3 o'clock. I think that's that's my time zone, and yeah, that's where I like to trade. But anyway, again, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.